Alright, so this is going to be a reading for Capricorn. And for the Capricorn that I'm reading for today, you could be going through a very intense change. It could feel kind of overwhelming, kind of confusing for some of you. And I just see you really kind of moving through a lot right now. And I'm seeing that this is something that is tied up to a connection, something very important to you, something that you have a lot of love for, and you're saying something happened here that hurt me. I'm in quite a bit of pain. But with your oracle cards today being intensity, understanding, and integration, there's a purpose to this. There's something that you're meant to learn from this experience. There's a reason why it's so intense, and it's meant to bring you closer to yourself and closer to an understanding of whatever lesson this is trying to teach you, and you're kind of in that integration process of integrating the knowledge, of integrating the lesson. Now, I'm going to dive deeper into this, but before I do, I just want to say thank you so much for being here and for receiving this reading. If you would like to contribute your energy more to the channel, so that I can manifest messages that resonate more deeply for you, you can like and subscribe. And if you would like a personal reading, I do offer personal readings. You can email me. My email is down below in the description box. But let's go ahead and see what's going on here. Capricorn, in the recent past, I'm seeing that you had a lot of love for this situation and you were pretty content with building whatever was kind of going on here. You were saying, there's some type of energy exchange. I'm putting in my effort. It feels good. I feel relaxed. I don't have to worry. Let's take a look at that recent past. You're showing me that something didn't work out with someone who was very near and dear to you. This didn't have to necessarily be like something huge in the past. It looks like maybe you were working on something with someone and there was like a disagreement or just a disconnection between the two of you, and you're kind of showing me, you know what, it's okay if we don't agree or we can't be on the same page about this. I'm not gonna throw the whole thing away. There's just something that we're not seeing eye to eye on, which is kind of interesting. And you're showing me that it was maybe a bit of a disappointment or it was a bit of a struggle for you to feel content in this situation with whatever sort of happened here, but that ultimately you were like, I'm not going to let this ruin my connection with this person. I'm going to kind of move on. Everything's going to be okay, essentially, is what you're showing me. And in the current energy, you're showing me a very strong energy, a feeling of I have everything under control, everything is going okay. Let's take a look at the current energy. There's a feeling of I'm going to keep going no matter what it takes. It's a very almost forceful energy of, we can just keep going. It doesn't really matter. Everything's fine. I'm just going to keep it moving. And you almost come through as like very determined to see something through no matter what it takes. And it comes through as a little bit deceptive because you could be rushing forward without necessarily covering all your bases or making sure that everything's okay. What is that? What's going on with that? There is some type of pain that's present here for you. I think that whatever happened in the past, it did kind of bring something down for you. Something did break there, and it was painful for you. But instead of kind of addressing the intensity of that, I think you kind of put it off, or you are putting it off for some reason. I'm hearing keep the peace. I'm hearing maintaining the status quo. There could be this feeling of, not wanting to rock the boat or not wanting to upset someone else or some dynamic or something, and so you keep going with things even though it doesn't feel very good to you. Oh, I see. There's this feeling of not wanting to upset whoever else is involved here. Whoever this is, it feels like not only are they very important to you, but you could be a love match in some ways. It could feel like your hearts speak to each other. You're very connected. This person is not only important to you, it's very important that they remain in your life. And you're showing me they're very attractive, they're very lovely, they could be everything that you ever wanted in another energy. And there's this feeling of needing to keep things afloat. And so you're kind of showing me that you're putting them above yourself, or you're putting some need that you have, or that they have, sorry, above your own needs. And you may not even fully realize that you're doing this, but it does come through as a decision that you've made at some point to kind of maintain their happiness over yours. And I'm seeing that there could be something here in the past that you said was okay when it wasn't okay, or you sacrificed your happiness for this other person, and you could think like, well, yeah, I love them, that's just what I need to do. But whatever this is, there's something that you're denying about yourself by putting this other person's needs before your own. But you're kind of showing me I just need to do that to keep everything in control, or to stay juggling everything, or to keep all the balls in the air. This is what I have to do, is make this decision or do this thing that maybe I don't really want to do. It also could be like there could be a delay between like this conversation or this incident or whatever happened here versus seeing the effect of it, and you could be kind of like waiting to see the fallout, or only just now realizing like the effect of whatever this is. This is interesting. I haven't really seen a reading like this before. It's like you're waiting to see, and again, it's a sort of tense energy of like, this could be really difficult, or maybe you're waiting to see how they respond. There could be some type of stress around feeling rejected by this person, or I don't know. I'm not connecting to this reading as much as I usually connect. So maybe this is resonating for you. Maybe it's not, but just take what resonates and leave the rest. It's almost like you're kind of waiting to see, like, is everything going to go to shit now? And you're really wanting to preserve this connection, or maybe you feel like you said something that the other person didn't agree with. There's something about not being on the same page with someone, and that feels really intense to you at this time. Let's take a look at the near future here. When I take a look at the near future, there is something about this other person's energy that comes out. Let's take a look at them. They're struggling with moving forward in this connection. Maybe they don't excuse me. Maybe they don't know what to do. Maybe they don't know how to proceed. I'm getting the sense that they do want to move forward here, but there's a struggle. What are they struggling with? They have some anxiety. Like, it's very hard for them to feel completely confident in this connection, and when it comes to moving forward, that really comes out for them. They're showing me a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, some disappointment. Yeah, both of you are showing me like a sense of disappointment over not being on the same page. This feeling of, can we come back from this? Is everything going to be okay between us? Are we going to have a happy connection? There's a lot of love here between the two of you. So I'm not sure really like what this disconnection is about. It could be different for every person. There's this question of, is love enough? Is love going to be enough to carry us through, to make this work? There could be some type of incompatibility issue, and then there's like the waiting to see what's going to happen here. And it's interesting because both of you are showing me a desire to connect, to make this right, but there's this question of what's really going to happen here, and a kind of outstanding energy as you kind of wait to see the dust settle. Let's get some advice from the universe. Let's get 3 cards from Spirit. It's important that you open up to how you feel and to your intuition, and that you let that guide you. There's a sense of rigidity here around things have to go a certain way, or what does this other person think, or something like that. And the advice from the universe is to really lean into the way that you feel and don't get too bogged down in the details, and kind of go from there and follow your intuition. So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. I hope that this helps. I hope that this resonates, and I'll see you next time.